Security Agent Dreyfuse here. Welcome to Off the Record. There will be no description on any presenting content to get the framework to the actual video collaboration or structure. At the end of this, just know you're just getting a title and you're getting an upload of whatever it is that I'm doing, and it may be in this environment with a encapsulated blacked out background, and or it may be somewhere else, but that's simply what it's going to be. It is going to be basically my fastest performance of uploads with no critical commitment to any type of professionalism or personal preference. Now that that's out the way, I just want to give a neutralizing thanks to, again, the environments that I've been in the reconfirming and conclusions that I've already known. I thank you. I appreciate that. And ultimately, what this is going to be all about is just going to be about the introduction of Off the Record, right? And so Off the Record is not going to have any specific form or content dissection to subjective or objective points, but understand that we still going to get to a point of at least trying, and remember, trying is a very quotation here, trying to get to a point of, bringing it all around. So understand that right now, the phase that I'm in, I'm going to be in the maintenance period for probably a little while longer, considering that I have more barriers that have shown up in my personal life, and I have more things to tackle due to the certain infiltration effects, if you will, of the extended parties that decided to influentially create decisions that I had to make in order to get to a proper standpoint to reconvert my attention to. Not from secure management faculties or other things, but just in terms of what I need to do on the front. But secure management faculties will continue and or transform by the necessity of what is necessary to the principle that it needs to happen. All right, sorry for the audience viewers, I'm gonna have to just jump straight into it. Those individuals personally, culturally, professionally, I am 100% aware of the extent of that infiltration. And as I said before, regardless of the copy and paste tactics that are attempted, it really doesn't matter when you don't have the center core criticals and where those come from to implement the actual success of your attempted holification. You see, you guys are trying to create a framework and then plug other egotistical conscious people into that framework, but they don't have the components to make them exist, right? And the components that make something exist don't just come from initiating those components because you reach a threshold of it, right? Here's a point, an example. Not giving any lessons out, but this is just going to make the video faster. I have this screwdriver here. This screwdriver is a screwdriver because you know it's a screwdriver, but then if I use the screwdriver, I'm going to use it when I use it, and if another person uses it, they're going to use it when they're going to use it. But not to say that the end point of how that screwdriver is used from screwdriver to screw is going to be different, but the quote hit unquote is going to be different, right? And that association of what can produce the avenues of such screwdriver and the terms of phrase or points in which it can be used also comes from that such creativity of the hit, right? Not getting drowned out in superficial information like you guys do in terms of acknowledging the screwdriver in relationship with the screw and also the know-how in between. You guys get lost in that too. But again, not giving out no free lessons because I understand. But the point is, at the end of the day, understand that everything on this channel is parabalistically and objectively, subjectively spoken, and I'm not casting my pearls before swine. Everything you're getting is nothing but crumbs here, but they are crumbs enough to make them significant to make change to the viewers that are associated with my channel. Understand that I am not casting, again, my pearls before swine. I am 100% aware of the conditions of what I do when I put out this information, and I also understand the cycling of information that has been infiltrated from the point in which I was working personally and also in my personal space. to the configuration or to the configuring point at which you guys think that it is going over my head. You know, I also, it's crazy because the things that you guys are doing, I actually was going to make a video about it before you guys start doing it immensely stronger in my space, because some of this stuff extends all the way back. Each branch has this little different perspectives depending on where I was at and things like this. But this is the threshold of now. Let's not get into all those extra extending things. To my viewers out there, if you're the real deal and you're authentic, I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to want to suppress you. It's just how it is. They rise up their heroes that they want to see, right? Because every celebrity is usually a reflection of the person that is not a celebrity on a higher scale, that gives their way of life a reflection and an amplification. And not to say that if I, let's say, consistently became a celebrity or something, that somebody who is not in my spot, they wouldn't have the same reflective collaborations of having a unique connection with me, that would be the case. But my point is, I'm talking about the condition in which the human being rejects something that is authentically distributed to the world and doesn't have a necessary an effective lore or higher. Too many times I find that corporations and other people try to absorb your framework, and they really substantially fail because they cannot become from the space in which that framework was created. That's why the handling of that information and material is different. Why do you think we have so many blacksmiths in the world, and the Japanese created the katana, and then you have, don't have the proper execution for this. I believe it's the knights of old. They created the claymore, right? So let's just say that for now, for possible ignorant context. But the knights have the claymore, and the Japanese have the katana. They all know blacksmithing, but the framework in which how the Japanese are built are substantially different in context to the people who built the claymore. Now, that's still been copy and pasted, right? And people still can blacksmith. But a lot of those true etiquettes of certain things that were done, and also the core criticals in which how they were made, are lost. People can cast a katana, but they cannot cast it exactly to the perfection that the old style casters did in tradition, because they were made and they were configured to be different. And you can only copy so much, right? But it's also sort of flattering, I guess, not for me, but for the concept of the conversation. But the point is, don't get too much lost in that katana and claymore example. The whole point is, at the end of the day, understand conclusively that, or I should say, I understand conclusively that my framework, essentially, is being mocked and being just simply, archived. But at the end of the day, you can try if you like. You don't have what it is that makes up the relationship to those things, right? And even if you try to copy the relationship to those things, I am aware, usually the people of old, they weren't aware to contain their informational core criticals, right? And to the individuals that I spoke about that, again, this is why, right? And so the whole point is, whatever, respect the environment, respect everybody, but I will become immensely stronger in the capacity of what this is. And since I've identified already, let's just say, the source locations, right, of the stemming perspective of these things, right, to the point of my satisfaction, right, not to the point of your satisfaction. Let's get that clear. And this is, now we're going to enter to the family perspective. I'm aware that you guys are immensely jealous and all that crap, and you're going to tell me otherwise and all that stuff. Whatever, some people admit it. Kudos to you. You have my respect for coming to that admittance. But regardless, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about executing. So to the influencing position that made my conditions and what they are, just know I myself will not falter, and that will be it. This only concludes our relationship even further. So just know I'm aware, and that's it. But not making this about me. This is off the record. Let's talk about the conclusion if we can. Remember, I said it wasn't. Understand this to my viewers and audience. Understand who you're around and who surrounds you. And if you are authentic and you can deliberately justify your authenticity as being suppressed, understand that people want to convert you to their version of their hero, to their limited capacity, and they will indeed take your information and re-circumvent it right back to you and come back and talk to you with the same information. But even if they do it or learn it in truth, the true test of that comes out through the core criticals. And sorry for not identifying what those core criticals are, but you'll figure that out along the way. Understand, be truthful to who you are. As long as it's not destroying encapsulating the environment and using other people as siphoning sources and things of this nature against their will, all that good stuff that makes people hurt and cry. The whole point is understand what you are, be true to your soul configuration, and then execute. That's all it is. So I want to give thanks again personally to you guys. Again, you probably think that at some point it's going to be broken, but remember, let me put this in perspective. Even if in severe homelessness till death, severe losing everything in capacity to what it is that I have worked and strived for, to the point where it's not reachable or no legs or whatever it is, I will be what I am regardless. I am not confined because we have to be confined by our egotistical elements of social commitments to certain relational things or people. I am authentic to what I am, and I will continue being that. So you may see me fatigued in certain aspects. Right now, I just got back off of a high binge of research and dabbling into things that I need to do and want to do. But know this, again, you will never see me in a faltered state. But let's be clear, that does not mean that the feeling of faltering does not occur. I just am at a place of perception of higher capacity relationship in relation with that feeling. All right, Dreyfuse D. Smith out. Again, this is the new playlist off the record. I'm going to be just uploading it straight like it is. And I'm going to be talking about things in random. If you want me to talk about something in specific in conjunction to your own self-build, you can do it here or you can do it somewhere else. Leave a comment if you want. Again, Dreyfuse D. Smith out. I'll see you later. Look at my Facebook. If not, we'll meet again when the next upload occurs. Appreciate you all.